Welcome to the Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast. My name's Pat J. Keenan, and this week, the J stands for Journey, a journey on which we are about to embark. We have a special show this week. It is so special that Liam and Andrew don't even know how special it is. Andrew, would you like to take a guess as to why this episode is so special?
Is it so special because we have two mystery guests?
Good guess. Good guess. Liam, what are your thoughts?
It's so special it requires two mystery guests.
Hey, that's what I said.
Almost. I won't say you either guys were totally wrong, but you weren't close enough to get any bonus points in trivia. So I'll tell you why this episode is so special, but first, I have a debt to pay off. The Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast is sponsored this month by Andrew Just Parger. If you've got a fairway and need a discs, call Andrew. A reasonable putt that needs to be made? As long as it's not hole 17 at Beacon, call Andrew. What do you think, Andrew?
I love it. So true.
And before you ask, there are no bonus trivia points or hints for show sponsors. In fact, since you now have a financial stake in the episode, I'm going to be more strict on you today.
Oh, man. Just what I need.
I'm not done yet. We are also sponsored by Craig's Disc. Hey, whose disc do you have in your bag? Andrew, say that's a Craig's disc.
That's a Craig's disc.
Thank you, Andrew. Looking to help local businesses during a time of economic uncertainty? Need some practice putters? Contact Craig Henniger of Craig's Disc for all your disc golf needs. All right, that's all my sponsorships. Time to tell you why this episode is so special. You ready?
Ready.
Ready.
Well, first we got to do introductions. Andrew, how was your week this week?
It was pretty good. I worked this week. Fortunate enough to do that. I played some disc golf last Sunday, and then that's been about it.
All right, I was going to ask if you got, if you were able to sneak in a round or two.
Yeah.
Good. Any new courses?
I played Norbrook again.
Okay.
In Connecticut.
Nice.
And it was good. There was snow on the ground when I first got up there, which is a little surprising because I don't like playing in snow. But luckily it had all melted after the first round.
Nice. Liam, how was your week?
Pretty good. Just did a bit of work during the week and was able to get out over the weekend to do some field work.
Nice. Awesome. Well, sorry, normally we talk a little more, but as Andrew pointed out, we have two mystery guests this week. Just a reminder, so we're going to guess some mystery guests. Just a reminder, let me finish the hint before you guess. Liam, you have the first guest. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, mystery guest A, can you raise your hand? Just want to make sure you're still there. Awesome. Mystery guest A is new to the PDGA ranks with a robust PDGA number of 117962. He has one career win in 3 career PDGA tournaments. Liam, who is this mystery guest?
Ooh, 1 win, 3 tournaments. Huh.
Yep.
I don't know. I have no guess. Devin?
Hey, that's a good guess, but it's wrong, but it's a good guess. Okay. Andrew, his one career win came at the 2019 Shawngum Showdown in the recreational division. This mystery guest lives in Saugerties, New York, shares your interest in Prince, and competed against you in the second Gunks to Glades. Who is this mystery guest?
Oh, man. Oh, God. Todd.
Yes, it is. Thank you for coming on, Todd.
What's up, Huckers?
Well, Todd and I spoke a couple days ago, and I'll actually be putting that out as its own thing. But I will ask you how your week was, and were you able to sneak in a round or two this week, Todd?
This week I just putted in my yard. I was able to get out last weekend, though. Just do some field work and build your own, bring your own baskets disc golf. Nice.
Rogue disc golf, we call it.
Correct.
Well, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I don't know why I'm so nervous.
Nothing to be. Okay, on to our second mystery guest. Andrew, you get the coveted first guess. You ready?
Oh, boy. Yep.
Okay, this is mystery guest number 1 because A and 1, I didn't want to do 1 and 2, Mystery guest number 1 is not a mystery to this podcast. He has also played in 3 career PDGA tournaments, but has been a PDGA member a year longer than Todd. His number is 109642, and his best finish was second place at the 2019 Shawngum Showdown in the AM50 division. Andrew, who is this mystery guest?
Is it Brian Hauser?
No, it is not. Liam, this woodworker has let loose on the course. You'd recognize some of his work if you've ever played in Beacon. He would tell you to sit on it. Who is this mystery guest?
Chicken wing.
I knew you were going to guess that, but no, Andrew.
No.
Andrew, he shares a name with me, and without him, the Glades would not be.
It's got to be Pat Freeman.
Yes, welcome back to the podcast, Patrick Freeman. Not sure if he's still here, but he's on mute.
Chicken wing?
There he is.
Really? Chicken wing?
Well, I kind of made him think that. That was intentional because he did the benches on 17 and 1.
Andy, yeah.
See, he was leading me down the wrong path there. My hi, Pat.
For sure.
Hey, Pat, how you doing? No, that was 100% trickery.
Yeah. Way to go, Pat. Way to
Thank
lead
you.
your crew.
So you were on the Blaze episode, so we know a little of your history. How you been managing since New York closed down?
I hate to say how much I've been enjoying it, but I've actually been kind of, because as nerve-wracking as it is to have all this work suddenly piled up and stopped, I've been like, oh, well, let's see. I wake up a little bit later. I've snuck out a number of times to go play disc golf, and then I go work by myself, and I don't have to deal with shit. So it's really nuts.
And you're also you're helping out the country by social distancing.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not completely broke yet, so that's good. And my guys are making more money on unemployment than they were for me, which is really crazy. But
Hey, that's awesome. Thanks for coming on, man.
sure, thanks for having me.
I do have to say this is the weirdest telecommunication I've had in the last 3 weeks. I'm used to Zoom and Google Meets where I'm seeing a bunch of either blank rectangles. Pat, you did ask me the other day, what's the weirdest thing that's happened to me in the last couple weeks?
Yeah.
Can I tell you today during a webinar, I watched a professional educator pick and eat their boogers on live teleconference. Oh yeah, multiple picks and eats. There was even the pick, the look at, and then the eat.
Whoa.
I pointed it out. Nobody was nice enough to say, we just eat a booger.
No, it was at the intro to a conference.
Oh my God.
No, it was right at the beginning, so everybody was pretty much either muted or, knew to have their video off because they weren't presenting. But yeah, and there was, probably 75 people in this webinar. full on nose picking to eating with their and their face was taking up the majority of the screen. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Can you send me a video of that, Todd? I'd really like to see.
Well, I was kicking myself because I didn't record it. But, because if you're not the presenter, the presenter usually has to clarify that or request that everybody understands it's going to be recorded. And because there were 75 people in there, if all of a sudden I was like, hey, I'm recording, they'd probably think some things were weird about me. But if for the podcast and for you guys, I'll find it. I'll see if I can find the video.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So we got 4 of you. So I guess we got to play some dubs. Yeah. I assume you guys figured that out.
Yeah.
But what you didn't know is that you're also playing Gunks to Glades.
Oh, snap.
Yes. So Andrew and Patrick will be playing for Beacon while Liam and Todd will play for the Gunks. I've populated our round of disc golf with a whopping 6 rounds of trivia.
Nice.
Standard trivia rules apply. I'll give you rules for each round independently, but they'll mostly include each team taking turns answering questions. We'll only be doing 1 steal per question because there's only 2 teams. So are there any questions before we go any further?
How much money's on the line?
Yeah. Yeah.
So is this the replacement for the G2G? What would this be, part 4?
It was supposed to be April 11th. So since Team Gunks are the defending Gunks to Glades champions and they lead the series 2-1, they get to pick our starting hole. Each team gets 1 guess. Doesn't matter which teammate gives the answer. You just get 1 guess per question.
Well, doesn't in dubs don't we both get to throw?
There is an aspect of that, but not yet. So, Team Gunks, what hole would you like to start on?
What are you feeling, Liam?
Oh, let's kick it off on hole 1.
Let's go.
All right, this is a basic question. Either you guys can answer this first. This isn't actually. I should probably write down the order. 1 second. We'll keep it Gunks to Glades order, so it'll be Liam, Todd, Patrick, Andrew. Yeah. All right. So Liam, other than disc golf, what do you miss most while in quarantine or social distancing or whatever you want to call this?
I miss a nice cold one at the bar for sure.
Amen.
But I miss hugs. I miss, I know you don't like physical contact, Pat, but I'm down with a hug, so I miss a hug.
Yeah, I get you. All right, Todd, what do you miss? I'm sorry. Other than disc golf, what do you miss most while in social distancing?
Yeah, I miss the after, after the round, meeting up for a beer, for a bite to eat or something like that. Just being, I've played with one or two other people for the last month, and those people I enjoy playing disc golf with. I'd like to, play with more people. I'm a school teacher, so it's really weird having 125 kids that you see every other day, and now all of a sudden not seeing them at all. So that's a little strange. Even the, blankety blank ones.
Awesome. Pat, other than disc golf, what do you miss most while in quarantine?
I'm down with what Liam said, physical contact, hugs, handshakes, actually getting closer than 6 feet to someone. Standing in a peripheral every time we get together is just like, it's just too weird. It's not weird. It's weird, but it's just, that's what I miss.
It's kind of weird that you have to stop and think about it is what the weird part is, I think.
Yeah, that's the really weird part is you have to consciously think, hold on. I got to stay 6 feet away.
Right.
Yeah.
Or the weirdness when someone like passes by you too close and you're like, whoa, what was that?
Yeah.
It's almost, yeah. But I guess it's better to be weird than us to be used to it. Andrew, what do you miss most while in quarantine?
I definitely miss disc golf, and I'm not sure if this counts, but I really miss like the intermission between the Sunday dubs round and the Sunday tags round. Like when everyone's just kind of like hanging out, eating food, fucking around, like making best of the flagpole, drinking beer, just like having a good time with like, the group of guys.
So Andrew, Pat asked you what you missed most besides disc golf, and you named
But that I don't feel like that counts as disc golf.
I get what he's saying. That because what happens is in dubs, you're basically random. You don't know who you're playing with that day. And then in the tag round, you might pick two or three of your friends, but during that hour in between is when you get to see everybody.
Right, right, yeah.
So
I totally get it, Andrew. I'm just knocking you.
Yeah.
As he should. I totally agree. All right, Team Beacon, what hole would you guys like to play?
Oh, yeah. What's your favorite, Andrew?
I'll let you pick.
Oh, yeah?
I'm pretty easy.
Then we'll start on hole 4.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
And that's why it's a trivia round.
Oh.
Hole 4 is a trivia round. The category is Got Wood? One moment, let me get it all set up.
This leads me to believe this is a Pat-centric round.
For those that don't know, Patrick Freeman did the benches on hole 4 at Beacon. So whenever he sponsors a hole for a tournament, it's always hole 4. So I figured that the woodworking hole would be perfect for hole 4. All right. So our category is woodworking. You will take turns. Let me get a pen so I can write down the points. It is 16 questions. The first 8 are worth 1 point. The last 8 are worth 2 points. Because you picked the round, Beacon goes first. Question 1. What has an odd number of layers so that the grain is at right angles for strength on the inside, but runs the same way on the outside?
Plywood.
Okay, you don't need me to repeat that one. All right. That is 1 point for...
That's my partner.
Yeah. Oh, boy, Liam, here we go.
I'm busy
Team
trying
Gunks.
to remember the category.
Woodworking. If you're working with wood that doesn't need a finished look, you can use the waffle head type of what tool?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry, I was laughing.
Certainly. If you're working with wood that doesn't need a finished look, you can use the waffle head type of what tool?
Hammer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Question 3. Beacon, what duo's work earned the Washington Post in 1973 Pulitzer Prize for public service?
What?
What duo?
What duo's work earned the Washington Post the 1973 Pulitzer Prize for Public Service?
1973? Is that
1973.
Simon and Garfunkel?
Is that your guess?
No.
Gotta be something with wood, right? Do we know any duos with wood in their names?
Susan Woodward.
About 5 seconds, fellas.
Oh, I don't know.
No guess?
No.
All right, Gunks for the steal.
Todd, do you remember this like TV show from back then, like Good House or Old House? This Old House.
This Old House, that
Bob Vila.
Bob Vila, yeah.
Oh, shit.
But the
I
duo,
don't remember the other guy's name.
1973.
I'll tell you what, I'll split the point with you, and I'll give you the other guy's name.
Okay,
Bob Vila and Norm Abrams.
there you go. That's our guess.
Is that your guess?
Yep.
I'm sorry, we were looking for Woodward and Bernstein. Watergate?
Oh my gosh!
Liam, I think Pat got you on that one a little bit.
He had half the point.
Yep. Yeah.
Question 4. This goes to the Gunks. Also a wood milling tool, what device directs data between a network and the internet and can have a firewall?
Oh, that'd be a router.
Correct.
Boom.
Nice.
Question 5, Beacon. The first workers who used what device to rotate wood and shape it with a fixed blade were called turners.
What's the question?
The first workers who used what device to rotate wood and shape it with a fixed blade were called turners.
Is that a
you wanna
lathe?
know what they were? They were turners.
No, what device did they use?
A lathe.
Yeah, it's only the 1-pointers, Patrick.
Oh man.
All right, Team Gunks. Rafter, framing, and T-bevel are useful types of what geometric tool?
Oh, it's what's the triangular shape one?
Where?
Yeah, speed square.
Well, square's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Beacon. Who has had more Oscar nominations for Best Original Screenplay than anyone else?
Who has? Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. Who has had more Oscar nominations for Best Original Screenplay than anyone else?
Mr. Wood.
Spike Jones.
Is that your guess?
Unless Andrew has a better icon.
No, I don't.
Gunks?
Todd, who's got the last name that's going to be like a type of wood?
Who has had more Oscar nominations for Best Original Screenplay than anyone else?
Oh, freaking the Pederask, Woody Allen.
Thank you. All right.
Ooh.
Nice.
Correct. Gunks. Beacon. Interlocking woodworking joints often used to make drawers are known by what avian name?
Is this for Beacon or for
Beacon.
Beacon?
Yeah.
Dovetail.
Correct. All right. We are on to the 2-pointers. Gunks. What fictional character had a niece and nephew named Knothead and Splinter?
What?
What fictional character had a niece and nephew named Knothead and Splinter?
Oh, Woody the Woodpecker?
Well, we don't need but, that can be edited out. All right. 2 points. Gunks.
Nice.
Beacon. Using a special box, what type of saw with a religious name is ideal for making precise 90-degree cuts?
Miter box.
Yeah, miter. It's miter saw, but yeah. I don't know.
In a miter box. You said a box.
Yeah.
Miter box. Yeah.
Gunks. One of what actor's earliest TV characters married Kelly Gaines, daughter of one of Boston's richest men?
One repeat?
Certainly. One of what actor's earliest TV characters married Kelly Gaines, daughter of one of Boston's richest men?
Woody Harrelson?
Boom.
Wow.
Nice.
1 second.
What was that from?
Cheers? No.
Yeah. Beacon. The wood of what tree was used by British archers in the Middle Ages? It is now prized for cabinet work.
That's a good one. There's so many. Spanish cedar. Andrew, any idea?
I was gonna guess oak, but that's a total guess.
Well, it would have been.
Is that your guess?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Gunks, do you have a guess?
Can we get a repeat of the question, please?
The wood of what tree was used by British archers in the Middle Ages? It is now prized for cabinet work.
What do you think, Liam?
I'm going to go with Osage.
You would have if you picked the U.
I was going to
Which
say
is-
you.
Yeah, forget you. Okay, that was Beacon. So Gunks, who began his 1854 work? When I wrote the following pages, I lived alone in the woods.
Oh, that's
The row? Is that the row, Todd?
yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with it.
All right, you are correct. Woo! All right, Beacon. Sorry. A froe is a woodworking tool. Coopers used curved froes to cut what pieces to form sides of barrels? You want me to repeat that because I stumbled?
Staves.
A froe is a woodworking tool. Coopers used curved froes to cut what pieces to form the sides of barrels?
Staves.
To what?
The staves. Right?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I wasn't sure if you were guessing or asking. All right, Gunks. Woody Page of the Denver Post has been a regular guest on what ESPN program?
I think that's Todd. It's something like Around the Horn. I'm going with Around the Horn.
That sounds great.
You are correct.
Nice one.
Yeah.
What?
Around the Horn. All right. And final question. This is wait, is it?
Yeah, it's the final question.
So and this is for you guys?
This is going to Beacon.
Did I mess that up somehow? I probably did. All right. Final question for Beacon. You guys need the help anyway. Question 16. What man who often criticized the government was named for the president elected in 1912, his birth year? What man who often criticized the government was named for the president elected in 1912, his birth year?
But what? Andrew, you're all over this one, aren't you?
So it's the name of a president.
Yeah, what man who often criticized the government was named for the president elected in 1912, his birth year?
Oh, I get it. The question is...
Whew, I got nothing.
Lassie, who is it? Lassie, tell us.
No guess, you guys?
No.
All right. Gunks, you guys have a final guess?
Todd,
I got nothing, Liam.
I think I'd like to steal with Woodrow Wilson.
Ooh.
Is that all?
That's all Woodrow Wilson Jr.
Woodrow Wilson, Woody Guthrie.
Oh.
All right. Give me a couple minutes to get the scoring in. Talk amongst yourselves.
So we didn't get a point for that, Pat, right?
Instruction?
No, because I'm impressed that he knew the president in 1912.
Yeah.
I knew the category was wood.
That's good. Yeah. Good.
Pat, I have us at 8 and Glades at 5. Boom.
Did you?
No points for 3. No.
But did you give double points for the last few?
Oh no, I didn't. Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I'm just actually double checking my own work. That's what I'd rather do while it's fresh in my head. I'm just double checking my math basically.
We leave the counting to Pat and the chitter chatter to us, Todd.
Okay. Hey, chitter chatter. I do have I envision Pat inside of his Geo Metro for this podcast.
Yeah, maybe he should make that into a little sound studio. Up on blocks. It'd be like his scream therapy. It's going to the Geo and talk.
He could pull up in front of your house and stare at you, and you could have a podcast with him.
Okay, so I have Gunks at 12, Beacon at 7.
What? That can't be right. We weren't that wrong.
You guys got Beacon got 3 of the first 8. They got 3 points there, and then 2, 4, 2. You only got 2 of the back 8, so that's the 4. So that's 7. And then Gunks got 1. You got Hammer, Router, Square, Woody Allen. So that's 4.
Yeah, the Woody Allen.
And you guys got Woody Woodpecker, Woody Harrelson, Thoreau, Around the Horn, and that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8. Boom, 12 to 7. There's going to be a lot more points. I was only around 1. I mean, don't get me wrong. Patrick should feel a little bad. It was a round basically dedicated to him, but you know.
The only ones I couldn't get were the ones that didn't have anything. Were just names of wood.
Yeah, it's tough to get that many woodworking questions. In my defense. Okay, so that was Beacon. Gunks, what hole would you guys like to play?
It's my choice.
Sure.
Let's go. Do we have to stay on the front 9, or can we jump to the?
No, you can go anywhere you want.
Sweet. Let's do 15.
Hole 15. One moment.
Cross the river.
Hole 15. So Liam I don't know if you guys listened, but last episode we did, Liam won trivia. And just so you know, Andrew, win or lose today, he's still trivia champ because it's solo.
Of course.
His prize was that I would dye my beard purple. I was lucky enough to run into him the very next day, and I did dye my beard purple.
Oh,
Unfortunately, it was more of a lavender highlight than a purple. But I just wanted to point out that I did actually do it, and then I got home, and social distancing and all. I was scrubbing; it was gone the next day. Didn't even last. So, but I did it.
I'm glad that I got the prize, and then I was one of the very few people that was able to see that thing too. So it looked.
Did
great.
you get a picture?
No, I don't think we did.
No picture.
Honestly, it was a bright day. You
evidence.
probably wouldn't even notice. All right, that was it. I just wanted to point that out before I forgot. All right, so Beacon, what hole would you guys like to play?
Your choice, Dan.
How about 17?
17. All right, so this is something I was thinking about the other day. These are just a few things that I wanted to get your opinion on, or if you guys wanted to add anything to it. But I was just thinking about things we may never do again.
Ooh.
So what about, Andrew, a high five? Do you think we'll ever do a high five again?
Oh, it'd be so sad if we didn't. Probably not in the foreseeable future, right?
Yeah, at least this year, no?
Right. Yeah, I would agree with that.
What do you think, Pat?
Well, I can't keep my hands off the people, so yeah, I probably will do a high five if they put their hand up. And then I'll wash it, maybe.
All right, Liam?
I hope that we are in a position to give some high fives soon, and if not, I'm going to be giving high fives on the side for sure.
Side five.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't want to get it too much further than that.
Fair enough. Todd, what do you think about the high five?
Yeah, it's just going to be followed with some hand washing. I mean, there are definitely going to be people that are not going to want to high five, but I feel that there's going to be a point in maybe the coming weeks or coming months that out of pure excitement, the fact of like being able to maybe get closer to people, a hand's going to go up and somebody's going to high five.
Yeah. What about this? We'll go reverse order there, Todd. And this is, I'm more in this thing. This question is more like, is there going to be more lasting change? Do you think we'll lose the idea of the airline middle seat?
Yeah.
That much, or like stadiums at baseball games, like swapping out seats.
The Major League Baseball is already talking about opening back up and having limited fans and having some sort of separation between the fans that are able to be in the stadium. So yeah, I feel like there's going to be some sort of lasting change. Absolutely.
Liam, what are your thoughts?
I'm sure you could look back and find some sci-fi movie that portrays some sort of scenario where you have to get your head swiped before you enter someplace. And I can see that moving forward. They already have that at workplaces where there's a lot of people, you have to take the temperature before you walk in the door. So,
well, isn't Bill Gates talking about putting microchips into people that are getting the, once they create a vaccine, put a microchip into the vaccine so then they know who's gotten the vaccine and who hasn't.
Yeah, stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm expecting.
That's a little scary. Pat, what are you thinking?
I don't think that the airlines industry could survive without the middle seat. But right now they're flying planes, and I hear there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 people on the entire plane. But when I grew up, you would fly, and there would almost always be like nobody next to you. But it's been much tighter, and I agree with the idea that, they'll start tagging people the vaccine, but this is just the first of a few viruses that we have lived through. And it happens to be, they're going to get tougher and tougher. That's just like super germs from all the damn antibacterial soaps and shit. We're going to have the same thing with viruses. They're just going to get tougher and tougher. So, yeah, I think in cases where it can happen, it'll happen. But I think financially it won't happen. Like, can you imagine a bus without being crowded on a trailways or
or just New York City subways?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Wow.
Or the Metro North train for that matter. Like what? So yeah, I would imagine they'd have like temperature scanners would be like right now, or oxygen sensors. Stick your finger in and check your oxygen level, and then it's like, oh, you're done. Can't get on here.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll see first, coming next to high mass areas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we don't even think about it as much anymore with going to an airport and getting scanned and everything. So it could just be something they add to that if you're flying. You know what I mean? Andrew, you got any thoughts?
Yeah, it'd be nice if they eliminated the middle seat.
Yeah, right.
Never again.
That was who picked that last hole? Yeah, one.
I think that was Beacon.
Yeah.
All right. Gunks, what hole would you like to play?
Let's go with hole number 7.
7 trivia.
Woo!
This category is called Prince and the Blue Powder Duplication. All right, so I got 14 questions here. Gunks, question 1. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready as we'll ever be.
All right. What artist collaged colored strips onto a photo of Mick Jagger and silkscreened them into prints?
Talking about Andy Warhol?
Correct. See, they're tough. Beacon. In addition to his paintings, Rembrandt was prolific at making what type of prints that use metal plates?
Etchings.
Correct. Gunks. Lina cuts are made by engraving what flooring material which, unlike wood, has no grain?
Liam, do you want to guess or you want me to get it?
Oh, I've been waiting. I've just been sitting this one out so far.
Linoleum.
Correct. All right, Beacon. Question 4. When arthritis made needlework difficult, who turned to painting copies of popular prints at the age of 78?
Can you say that again?
When arthritis made needlework difficult, who turned to painting copies of popular prints at the age of 78?
Needlework?
No, nothing?
Oh, man. Pat, do you have any guesses?
I'm assuming it's a woman. Who else would do that? That's kind of biased. And
Yeah, I don't
Nothing.
know.
All right, Gunks, would you like to take a guess?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I got turned from needlework at late 70s to painting prints.
I mean,
Copies of popular prints, yes.
Copies of popular prints.
I'm thinking needlework could be like a tattoo guy, potentially, or somebody that sews.
Yeah, I was thinking somebody was sewing, like in fashion, maybe.
I was thinking needles. I'm going to go Ed Hardy.
Is that your final guess?
Sure.
We were looking for Grandma Moses.
Oh my god!
Of course.
You guys don't know who that is? Gunks, in printmaking, what is the term for one individual print from a plate you want to make a good one?
One individual print from a plate that you want to make a good one, like I'm sorry.
Is it
Talking
like
about a final print, or are you talking about proofs? I'm slightly confused by the
What is
question.
the term for one individual print from a plate? It might just be a crap question. I don't know.
Or maybe I'm just crap printmaker.
Maybe.
what do you call a print, Todd?
Call it a print from a matrix.
Andrew?
Could it be like a monoprint?
Was looking for impression.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Beacon. This is probably another crap one. What word is used in printing to describe an entire set of copies that are printed at the same time as one run?
That'd be an addition?
Correct.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Gunks. Hidden within what word for an exact duplication of an image, you will find another word for a figure of speech?
What's an exact duplication of an image, Todd?
Copy or reproduction.
Figure of speech, a reproduction. Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah, that is our one. I got no idea.
All right. Beacon, would you like to take a guess?
It's riddles, man. I don't know.
Hidden within what word for an exact duplication of an image, you will find another word for a figure of speech?
Repo.
Final guess?
Yeah.
We were looking for a facsimile.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That was Gunks, right? So Beacon?
Correct.
Okay. Question 8. After his death in 1989, there wasn't much of a rush to buy what Spanish surrealist prints because there were so many of them.
Spanish surrealists?
Mm-hmm.
That'd probably be Salvador Dali.
Correct.
Yeah, that one.
All right. Now, these last few are going to be worth 2. Louis Maurer was the horse drawing specialist in the stable of artists of what 19th century printmaking duo?
Todd.
Shit. I got nothing.
All right. Beacon?
What was his name again?
Louis. It could be Louis Maurer. It's Maurer is the last name, but Louis Maurer.
Was a
Horse drawing specialist in a stable of artists of what 19th century printmaking duo?
Oh, Currier and Ives? No.
Correct.
Yeah.
What?
My man.
It really wasn't myself, but it's the way I said no afterwards.
The timer ran out just when I heard the name. Beacon, Japanese artist Hakusao created a famous series of prints titled The 36 Views of What Landmark?
Mount
Japanese
Fuji.
artist Hakusai created a famous series of prints titled The 36 Views of What Landmark?
Mount Fuji.
Correct. I got it. Did I get it better the second time?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Gunks, what English-born artist's first notable series of prints, A Harlot's Progress, was followed up by A Rake's Progress?
Dude.
I'm looking at you. Tom.
Chime in anytime, Liam.
It's no Mount Fuji, I guess.
No, come on. You're talking about the most famous works of art coming out of Japan in the most, No, I got nothing for this one.
Thomas something. Oh, I can't think of it.
William Hogarth.
Oh, that guy.
Beacon, you can buy prints of legendary horses in motion like Funnyside and Secretariat at what sports artist's website?
What sports?
Sports artist.
I didn't even know there was a sports artist.
I think that's a funny term right there, sports artist.
I have
Nothing?
no idea.
Gunks, would you like to take a guess?
What do you think, Liam?
Any good ones up in Saratoga, Todd?
I can't think of. Can you repeat the question again, please?
You can buy prints of legendary horses in motion like Funnyside and Secretariat at what sports artist's website?
I got nothing.
No idea.
No idea. We were looking for Leroy Neiman.
I had no idea.
I've actually heard that name before. I wouldn't have guessed it, but I heard that name before. All right, we're going to finish out. Let's see if you know your vocabulary or if I just pulled this out of somewhere. Gunks, what method in which images are carved into metal plates to make prints gets its name from the Italian for to cut?
Todd?
I thought it's us?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Repeat again. I thought they were, it was for Beacon.
I did ask Beacon, you guys. I asked the sports one first.
Yeah, that was our question.
Okay, just double checking.
Yep.
So, Gunks, what method in which images are carved into metal plates to make prints gets its name from the Italian for to cut?
Todd, is that do you know that?
Well, there's intaglio, which I think I want to say is...
Yes.
Okay.
I gave one to Pat earlier, too.
Thank you.
All right. Final question, Beacon. In the 1990s, printmakers took what French word for squirted to refer to fine art prints made using inkjet technology?
It's like giclée.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think it's like Gicle with a little like apostrophe on it.
Actually, I have it with two E's with nothing. Awesome. Well, that's two more for you guys. So I got that round ahead.
To squirt? That's what that means?
Yeah, that's weird. Didn't know that one.
After all these years, I've always wondered what that meant.
Makes sense.
All right, so that round, I have Beacon had 9, Gunks with 6. And everybody agree? Who's keeping?
Yeah, we'll take that.
Sure.
Sounds good.
So after 2 rounds, Gunks 18, Glades 16.
Oh boy.
Whew. Coming back.
All right, Gunks, you picked a hole 7, right?
Correct.
Beacon, what hole would you like to play?
Your turn, Pat.
11.
Hole 11. Trivia.
Woo!
Choof.
Back-to-back brain time.
All right, hole 11. The Jonesboro Open would have been held this past weekend. I have before me a list of 23 top 10 finishers from 2017 to 2019. Each team will take turns naming a player who finished in the top 10. You will receive 1 point for each time that player appeared in the top 10. We'll continue until a total of 12 players have been named.
Can you tell me
Everybody
what
okay with that? What's that?
What sport we're talking about?
Disc golf. So you're just naming disc golfers. Andrew will help you out.
Yeah.
So, Pat,
Yes.
what year? 2017 to 2019?
Correct. So 3-year period. That's the only, I don't know if I think it might have started then, or they called it something else.
And we're naming top 10 finishers?
Yes. Anybody who finished in the top 10 from any of those 3 years, but the more times they finished, the more points you get. So if they finished in the top 10 one time, you get a point.
Gotcha.
If they finished all 3 times, you get 3 points.
Done.
And that's, I believe Beacon gets to start here, correct?
Sweet.
So would you like to name somebody?
We'll take Paul Macbeth.
You get Paul Macbeth. He only played once though, so he was only in the top 10. Yep.
What a scrub.
Gunks.
Jonesboro Open. Todd, do you
This
remember
is
who won last year?
top 10.
Yeah.
Yes, top 10 from the last 3 years.
Top 10 last 3 years. I'm going to say Ricky Wysocki.
Boom, the only 3-time top 10er. Gunks, 3 points.
Okay.
All right, Beacon.
You got any guesses, Pat?
Not a one. I don't know anybody.
Okay. How about Chris Dickerson?
Chris Dickerson, 2 times for Beacon. All right, he got Gunks.
I'm thinking, what do you think about Eagle, Liam?
Trying to think if he plays the Jonesboro. He must. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, well, he did it twice.
All right.
Beacon.
James Conrad?
Another 2-timer. Gunks.
What about Sky God?
That's what I was thinking, Simon.
2 times.
All right.
I'm sorry, 1 second. Sorry. Beacon.
How about Kevin Jones?
Kevin Jones. Yes, once. Gunks.
What about the other Paul there, Liam?
I don't know about no, he was out. I was thinking about Calvin Heimberg, but
Is that what you're going with?
why not?
Because he's not on here. Beacon.
Oh.
No way, really?
Guess he never played that. Fair enough.
Wow.
I honestly don't know because I didn't look past the top 10.
My bad, Todd.
That's not good.
Beacon.
How about that other weird guy, Wasaki or whatever, Wasaki?
So he has already been picked.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that'll...
What about Nico Castro?
He's on there once. Gunks.
What about Double G?
2-timer.
Nice.
There you go.
All right, 1 second.
That's 10 total.
I was not keeping track.
I think it's 9.
Oh, well, you guessed 10, but you,
We
only
get to
9.
name 12. Gotcha.
Yeah, you get to name 12, so that doesn't count. And that was Double G was Gunks. Beacon. Who would you like to pick? There should be 3 more players.
Only 3. Wow.
No, well, there's more than 3, but there's
Okay,
you only
okay.
pick. I'm sorry.
Drew Gibson?
Yes, 1 point. Gunks.
This is 2017 to 2019, right?
Correct.
And
Yes.
when did Liam?
Yep.
I'm feeling the other Paul. When did he get out of? When did he get injured?
He was injured last year.
But didn't he play before?
I don't know.
Like when is?
Oh wait. What about doesn't Jeremy Colling always play well there?
I don't remember.
Or
I feel like the other Paul's a sleeper.
All right, go with it. Go with
The other
Wilbari.
Paul.
He was in the top 10 once.
Woo! 1
Nice.
point.
And
He what? Wait, he was not, or he was?
he was once.
Oh,
You guys
he
got a
was.
point for that.
Gotcha. Cool.
And Beacon, see, and this was the idea behind it, Liam, because
Yeah, if we missed
you
one,
picking a guy who's not on there, they get an extra guess.
Got it.
So Beacon, this is the last one. If you name somebody correctly, this will be the last person.
How about Zach Melton?
No.
Ah.
All right, I'll give you the remainder of the list. I got Matt Oram once.
We don't. Get,
Emerson Keith. I'm sorry.
we don't get to guess again.
Oh shit! They didn't get somebody. Yeah, Liam. Don't pick any of those 2 people.
Wait, you said Matt Orman. Who?
Emerson Keith.
Okay, I wouldn't have guessed those people. Todd.
Yeah.
No, he's not on here. Sorry.
Yeah, I wish.
You think maybe Greg Barsby? Do you think maybe Philo? Do you think maybe Eric McCabe? Or no, he's kind of out. Or maybe what's the other dude that plays for Dynamic? Let's go with
Oakley.
Eric Oakley.
What about
I'll tell you guys this: there are 2 guys left that have been in the top 10 twice.
2 guys left who've been in the top 10 twice?
Twice. Nate Sexton.
I'm sorry, Beacon.
Ooh. I'm surprised that Nate Sexton wasn't on there. Michael Johansson?
No. Gunks.
Todd, you got any good feelings?
I'm trying to play back all of the in my head. What about James Conrad? We haven't said him, have we?
They did.
Somebody said him.
Oh, they did? Oh.
Yep.
He was a 2-timer for the.
Should we go Eric Oakley? Did he do well one of those years?
What about Barsby or Philo? Anyone of the, no, they don't really throw those bombers. Who throws really far?
I mean, I think we named him, right? Simon Lazar, Garrett Girthy.
They all throw pretty far.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, who putts? Well, no, I'm just kidding. Well, what about Josh Anton?
Yeah. What about Josh Anton?
Also not on the list.
Shit.
Good. I don't like him anyway.
Austin Hannum?
No. Gunks.
What about one of those young kids? Those the Hannums or the.
He just said that. I said Heimberg for no avail.
What about there was just a freaking bunch of disc golf memes about him. Johnny McRae.
Johnny McRae, Pat?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was waiting for confirmation from your partner. You guys are good with that?
Yep.
He's one of the 2-timers. Woo! All right. Let me just double count here. 3, 12. All right. I got Gunks at 12 that round and Beacon with 8.
Oh,
Nice.
So that puts Gunks at an even 30 and Beacon 24.
that's it. I'm moving to Gardner.
We need more people for dubs, anyways.
Well, let me go through the remainders. We got Tim Barham, Joel Freeman, Colin Montgomery, Eric Oakley, what you guys said, Barsby, what you guys said, Coling, what you guys said, Philo, what you guys said, Lewis Bitney, and then the other 2-timer, Dave Feldberg.
The other old.
Wow.
Back to us.
Yeah.
All right, and what hole would you guys like to play?
Todd, what hole we playing?
Let's do 3.
Hole 3. Okay, Todd, have you been in a situation yet where you have had to wear a mask? What did you do?
So yeah, I've had to do that for like the grocery store. I had to do it on like walking on the rail trail in Hurley, and I've actually made a bunch of masks. So I have, they recommend that you use them like underwear. You wear them once and then you wash them. So I got a couple.
Nice. That makes total sense now that you say it. Liam, what do you have you been in a situation where you've had to wear a mask?
Yeah, going out to the grocery store or into a gas station. I feel like I'm robbing the place. I've just rocked a couple bandanas and put a piece of like elastic that I tied onto it so it stays up and I don't have to hold it up. But I really just wear it when I hop out of the car and walk into a place. I feel like I'm robbing them.
Actually, I was buying beer and the woman asked for my ID behind the counter, and I tried to make a joke of, "What, you can't tell that I'm 21 behind my mask," and she just kind of snickered and she said, "I can. It's just policy." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Andrew, have you been in a situation where you had to wear a mask?
Yeah, like when I went to the gas station today, and there's been a couple times at different places for work that I've had to wear a mask, which I've had a mask, and since like my schnoz is so big and like my glasses are right there, it's not comfortable and it fogs up my glasses like so bad that I can't see. So I'm kind of like struggling with the mask thing currently. I'm hoping maybe I should just like not go out or go to places that require masks. That's my solution.
I think that's what they want.
Yeah.
Pat, what about you? Have you had to go out, or have you been in a situation where you had
Yeah,
to?
my daily jaunts to the hardware store, I have a bandana or bandanas that I wear because I think they look really cool compared to the mask thing. And they work, but they totally look. I think I might just make this a new style. Have bandana on forever, like just in case I feel like I have bad breath or something. Bad breath,
or if you do want to rob a bank,
or if I do want to rob the hardware store. But every time I go in, they're like, "Hey, Pat," I'm like, "God damn it, I can't rob shit."
Back to Todd. I know I asked you this one, but would you play a tournament with a mask on?
yes.
Liam?
Would I play a tournament with a mask on?
Mm-hmm. If it's a sporty one, a comfortable, nothing hindering you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm comfortable wearing the bandana. I mean, that type of face covering, sure. I mean, I feel like if it was to that point and I was 6 feet away from somebody, I could lower it and get some nice, clean, fresh air in.
Right. Pat, what about you? Tournament, mask?
I mean, if I have a choice to play in a tournament with a mask on or not, I'll choose the not. But it depends on where the tournament is, frankly.
Yeah.
Like, I think I could clearly stay 6 feet away from everyone, even in a tournament.
Yeah. I mean, especially you go to like an FDR. Even the wooded holes are pretty spacious.
Yeah, and the way I throw, I'm never near anybody else anyway. So it's
Well, there you go.
pretty easy.
Andrew?
I would absolutely play a tournament in a mask, and I would go as far. I would play a tournament in like a Halloween mask if I had to, because
That's what I was thinking, Andrew. Is like, how cool could you make your mask? Totally get into character.
Yeah.
I haven't seen too many like creative masks yet. I think it's too soon, maybe. I thought there'd be a ton. All right. So I think that's Beacon. You get the next hole?
What? I'm sorry. What hole was that?
That was
Did we just
3.
That was 3. Okay.
Yeah.
How about 5?
5. All right. Andrew, tell the truth. What did you do more this week? Practice putting or play disc golf Valley?
I'm
You're under
100% honest. I didn't do either.
Really?
Yes, I know.
What how'd you spend your time?
I've been playing a lot of like online poker. Yeah.
Oh man. For money?
Surprise. No, just for fake shit. I played once for money and I lost, so I was like, I'll just play for free.
What about you, Pat? Do you know what Disc Golf Valley is?
I just found out about Disc Golf Valley a week or two ago, so I actually played that more than practiced my putting.
That's fair. I mean, your first, yeah. I can't argue that. I did the same.
Frustrating as actually more frustrating than disc golf because there's like no, like what did I just swipe? How did I swipe it? It only went 20 feet. How did I just swipe it? It went 50 feet. Like what the fuck?
It's infuriating.
Liam, I know you haven't played, right?
Nope.
And Todd, I know you're not a fan, right? Or
nope, I haven't downloaded it, though I get notifications from all my friends that are playing it on their wins and their fails and how to get the best discs. It's just like, oh my god, I just want to not be a part of this group chat. I've been practice putting.
Nice. Well, Liam, I didn't ask. Did you do any practice putting?
Yes, I did get out and get some practice putts in this week for sure.
All right. Who picked that? That was Andrew, right? So Gunks, this is hole 9 coming up, right?
This is hole.
I mean the 9th hole. I'm sorry.
8.
Okay.
I believe so. Yep.
All right. So
we're gonna go with hole 2.
Hole 2. All right. I'm trying something. Never done this before. You're gonna pick a number from 1 to 4. Gunks, just any number between 1 through 4. Well, 1, 2, 3, or 4.
3.
All right. I'm calling a number right now, and you pick number 3.
Yep.
Okay. 1 second.
Oh, I wish I remembered what the tone of phone numbers
Tell
were.
me if you hear this.
Welcome to Call and Note, your emergency Hall and Note helpline. To hear one-on-one, please press 1. To hear Rich Girl, please press 2. To hear Maneater, please press 3.
Oh, press
To hear
3.
Privatize, please press 4.
You know we're going to hear the whole... No, we don't have to hear the whole thing. I don't know if I'm legally allowed to, but I'll sing over it. I just wanted to call... It's Call and Notes.
Call it out.
That's awesome.
Call and Notes. And if anybody needs to know, it's 719-266-2837. Call and Notes.
Nice.
Liam, did you go upstate with me and see that the Hall and Oates cover band? They're called Hall and fucking Oates.
No.
And then they also the same band but minus like 1 or 2 members has a Talking Heads cover band.
Oh, that's Pink Talking Fish.
No, this one is like Start Making Sense.
Oh, yeah, sorry, that one. My apologies.
But they literally open up for each other. Just in different outfits and playing different tunes. Yeah.
Okay, so solid front 9, gentlemen. Why don't we take a break for a day or 2 and come back and we'll finish up. See you in a couple days.
Alrighty.
next time on the Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast.
Singing my song, lovers in love, and the others run away.
The other is trying because the other won't stay.